Welcome to Winning on Wednesday. My name is Juan Vitas, and I'm the founder of Winning on Wednesday. Winning on Wednesday is a place that we meet every week, consistently. As they say, consistency is key, and we are a place where we are there to meet as friends. I always say people do business who they know, like, and trust, and we are in a not a transactional organization. We're a relational organization, so we're there to make friends and build and grow on those relationships. And speaking of friends, today I have my pleasure to speak to Lisa Strahs-Lorenc. And how are you, Lisa? How you doing?
I'm great, Juan, and it's nice to be here. Thanks.
Excellent, excellent. And can you quickly introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Lisa Strahs-Lorenc, that hyphenated name. I am an author of three books. I am a career counselor, a bereavement specialist, and a marketing consultant. I help people celebrate their lives and stand out and be remembered and be differentiated. And that's why I love WOW, because WOW does that. We've known each other for some time through a previous employment, and we've been able to keep that relationship going. I've been with WOW since it became virtual, and actually just before it had to become virtual. So I've watched it through the years, and it's just a
Uh,
pleasure to be here, Juan, and be
uh,
part of this. And
Thank
I
you,
thank
thank
you.
you, thank you for your support always. Thank you so much. So tell us about yourself. Tell us where you grew up. Tell us where a little bit of history about yourself.
Sure. Well, like many people, I was born in Brooklyn. I moved to Uniondale when it was just potato farms.
Oh,
We
wow.
built a community, we built a neighborhood, and I grew up there. Wonderful school district, wonderful people, great teachers. I was very active in school. I loved school. I was in drama club. I was in the yearbook, chorus, forensic league, and the Future Teachers of America. I was very, very active. And then I went to Syracuse University for early childhood education. So that, in a nutshell, is a brief history of my
Wow.
of where
So so tell us when you were little, what did you want to do when you wanted to grow up?
I always knew that I wanted to be an early childhood teacher. We used to call it a preschool teacher, but I was four, and I would take my dolls and I would line them up and I'd play teacher. And many people did that, but I did that through all the years. Absolutely. I definitely wanted to do that. You know, my father was in a family business, and I got to see what an entrepreneur is like. Um, and I would go with him, on holidays and such to the office to see what the office was like. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and I loved her being a mom, and she loved being a mom as well. So I knew, and I was an only child, so I was very close to my parents. They were incredible human beings. I was very lucky to have such loving, incredible parents and role models as well. And so, the entrepreneurship, I think, was always in my blood, and being a mom was also in my blood, and of course
Wow.
being a teacher, being with young kids. So there's no question
I
that my parents were my role models. They taught me
100%.
morals,
Yep,
they taught me the ethics to be a good human being, a kind and caring person,
I
and
agree.
hopefully I've made them proud. They're not with me anymore. They've been gone a
Oh,
long
they are.
time, long
Yeah, I'm
time.
sure. I'm sure they're
But
looking over you. They are, and
thank you.
I know that same here. My parents are my role models too. So and it's truly amazing. And
Yeah.
no, thank you for sharing that. And what about any hobbies or interests? Did you have any hobbies or
Yeah,
interests?
I love travel. Between
Okay.
my junior and senior year, I went backpacking with a girlfriend to Europe. We
Wow.
spent 6 weeks there, which was very cool. I used to own an RV, and we went all over the country, went cross country with the family, went on camping trips, went down to Florida a few times. I mean,
Wow.
camping is amazing. We start out in tents and went to pop up and then end up with an RV. I love photography. It's wonderful to really see something and capture it. I sew, and that's fun. I play games, love board games. I love life. This is the bottom line.
Yeah.
I love life. I love living,
Uh,
and I live each day to the fullest.
what's
Yeah.
your yeah? What's your? I was just curious. What's your favorite board game?
Oh boy. Wow. This could be a problem. I like Rummy Cube. I like um this new game called Sequence, where you
Okay.
find the cards on the board and you find a sequence. That's very cool. Um, boy, I have to really think about that.
No, and listen, the
There's
board.
so many, and I love, and you know what? If my friends would play it with me, I still love Scrabble.
Oh
I
yes,
still love Monopoly.
Monopoly. Yeah,
They're
those are
still
staples.
really
Those are
good
staples.
games. Yeah,
Absolutely, those are staples. Remember Uno with the cards?
I
Uno.
do
Yeah.
remember Uno.
Uno.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So
and
it.
Milbourne,
Yeah.
Milbourne.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And and now all these games you can play them virtually with people online, so that's pretty amazing that you could do that too. So, that you could have virtual.
I play Rummy Cube with my granddaughters online.
Oh, wow, that's
And they're
cool. So,
very good at it. And they're 9 and 11. They're very good.
that's cool. So,
Yes.
so you have like tradition, like it's like a family tradition, keep it a tradition, but more the digital age. I love it. I love it. That's
Yes.
awesome.
You have
That's
to
pretty
combine
amazing.
both.
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing. That's pretty cool. And
Yes.
and what did you go to school for? What did you
Yeah.
major?
Uh, so I went to school for early childhood education. Got no career guidance, which is why I became a career counselor. Studied early childhood when at a time there were no jobs. I was never told that, not by my guidance counselor, not by Syracuse University, which had the best program in the country. And I got the best education in the country. There's only one problem. After 4 years, there were no jobs. And I was trained for absolutely nothing else. If you asked me what skills I had, the only answer would be typing, because I took typing in high school. And I became a temp typist after 4 years of an early childhood education degree. And I'll never forget that because that's why I became a career counselor. I never wanted someone else to be in that position. And I did go back to my guidance counselor and I said to her, why did you not tell me that there were no jobs in this field? And what she said to me was compelling. She said to me, Lisa, that wasn't my job. What was your job? It was to make sure you went to college. I didn't have to
Oh,
worry about you. You were a good student. Didn't have to worry. I was more worried about the students who were dropping out, who had family problems. So, what really is the job and role of a guidance counselor? Still asking myself that question. And that's why I absolutely became a career counselor. I wanted other people to feel number one, there are many options in your lives. And number two, you need to find out through mentorship and through apprenticeships and through internships what you like. How do you know what you like? How do you know what you want to be and what you want to do? I mean, people would come to me and say to me, I want to be a lawyer. And they finish 4 years of law school and then they figure out they don't want to be a lawyer.
yeah,
So, how do
I
you
have been.
know?
Yeah,
How do you know? So, very, very important. Um, and I have owned a number of businesses, by the way.
right. Yeah.
I have owned
We'll talk about
5
that.
businesses. My
Wow.
first business was Career Aid, which was a
Mm-hmm.
career counseling business.
Okay.
My next business was a typing service, Letter Perfect Typing Service.
Mm-hmm.
I owned Child, which was my preschool in my home. That was CHILD, Center for Healthy Individual Learning and Development. I own now Go Career Compass, and I have a marketing consultant business.
Wow.
So, however, I'm not a business person.
Well,
I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm not guided by money.
right.
I'm guided by making a difference in people's lives.
But the one thing you did, I mean, I know you had all those companies, but you had experience. That's what it comes down to. You had like a school of hard knocks, as they call
That's
it.
true.
So you can take that your experience and you build upon it. So I always say, if something doesn't fail, you got to keep on going. And I mean, to your point, I've had about a few companies that have started and it just duds, but it happens. It's just, but you just got to move on. But you learn take the what you learn from that experience and just apply it to the next experience and
I'll
just
tell you what I've learned more. I've learned so much about the jobs I've had. I have a not-for-profit background and I've worked in 5 nonprofits. And I've learned a lot about nonprofits. I've learned a lot about marketing. I've learned a lot about promoting and making sure that you differentiate yourself. And these are all really important things. I've also learned what not to do. I've seen bosses that absolutely shouldn't be bosses.
Yep.
They're not good leaders. They don't get the best out of their people.
Nope.
I mean, there's a lot of things that I've
Yeah.
learned from the experiences I've had.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what made you decide to go on your own? Like
Hmm.
what was the key
Yeah.
factor?
Yeah, I wanted a more life work balance. I wanted the flexibility of making my own schedule, deciding what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And considering that I have granddaughters, I wanted to see them more. I wanted to be able to just decide when I'm doing things. And I want to do what I'm passionate about for myself, changing and impacting people's lives for
Mm,
me, not for other people, not for other people's egos, but just because it's something that I believed in.
wow.
doing
Well,
it for me.
well, that's amazing. You know, at this point, I'd like to ask you if you'd like to share any information or business people to help people become better business people because of your experience, obviously. I like to call this the golden nugget moment. So, if you would like to leave any valuable information or share stories or anything, or give us an
Sure.
example.
Sure. Golden nugget. It's all about reputation and relationships. It's all about them. You are known for your actions. You're known for everything that you do and the relationships that you build. I'm still known for my work at Long Island Works Coalition, which was born in 1999 and went bankrupt or closed its doors in 2011. I was their spokesperson. I was their face of the organization. I was known by Newsday as the Queen of Networking. That's what they called me.
Oh, wow.
And I was everywhere. I was everywhere. I was in the schools. I was in the colleges. I was in the businesses. I went to chambers, Rotaries, Kiwanis, Lions, and it's you will be remembered, and everybody will think about you and who you are and what you do. They don't forget. They absolutely don't forget. And so it's really important that you stand by, who you are, what you believe in, that you remain, somebody who can be trusted, somebody who cares, not just say you care, but do things that show you care. All of that. And that's a successful person, by the way. I don't measure any success in money. Other people do. That's not my guide. My guide is that I want to live the life that I should be living and be known for the person who I am. That's the most important thing, really, that I could do. I choose the people who I come in contact with, who I have relationships with. I choose them, and they are by you. They'll support you and all because you support them. It's a two-way street. Everything's a two-way street. Just like you say in WOW all the time, it's not handing out business cards. It's not getting that next deal. It's okay. So how do I know you? Can I refer you? Do I believe in you? It's those things that really make you
It,
who you are. And that's what we do in WOW. That's what we believe in. And that's what we want to continue to do and build on that.
wow.
I
Well,
believe in that.
yeah. Wow. Thank you so much. And like I say, people do business who they know, like, and trust. And you're absolutely right. But also, to your testament, you got to be that consistent, have the consistency going out there, networking and being in front of them all the time. And in a way, you're kind of branding yourself and you're
Yes.
known for that person of you. Oh, that person is such a nice person. You know, you've always branded that person as like, oh, he's a cool guy. He's mean. He's tough.
Yes.
He's not, he's very arrogant. Don't talk to him. I wouldn't do business. But we live in Long Island, right? So but in Long Island, it's a small, it's place. And
It is.
once you start getting to know all the people and the players after all these years, and then when I put myself out there, I mean, I used to go to network events every day, and it was just like going out there. But wow, that's truly. Speaking of networking, what other networking organizations do you belong to besides WOW?
So I do belong to the Melville Chamber of Commerce. They have a little different footprint. And
Hmm.
so I felt that would be helpful to me. I used to go to so many things when you were really going in person. And I think that what the pandemic did was it made you think, okay, why am I going to something? What am I getting out of it? What can I put into it? What's valuable to me? And I think you reassess at this point what you feel is going to be helpful to you. And where you are at this point. I'll tell you where I am at this point. I just published a career book and
Okay.
I'm very excited. You can see it behind me, Career Journeys from the Ground Up, Discover Your Own Path. And what I'm excited about is that the career journeys of 14 people, including 4 of them that I met through WOW, are
Wow.
impactful. They're
Wow.
impactful. They
Wow.
have shared their ups and downs, their challenges, their problems, their issues, and we can all be motivated and learn from them. It's really amazing. The people are 7 men, 7 women, 10 from Long Island, 4 out of town, and ages 27 to 85, which is really amazing.
Wow.
Each relate stories and difficulties, discrimination, employment issues, family issues, environmental issues that we can all relate to, which is really important. And then the second part, I decided that I wanted to put some exercises and hands-on activities that people could work on and hopefully work through, resources and suggestions, and even a contest at the end of the
Oh.
book, which is very cool. They actually write about which person they're most inspired by and why. And whoever we select by November 15th will be able to have a personal interview with that individual.
Oh, wow.
I think that's really neat.
That's
I do
amazing.
And I do have a book launch this
Yeah.
coming Wednesday evening from 7 to 8. It's Meet the Book Participants and learn more about this book. It is on Amazon, it's on Barnes and Noble, but I also sell it on my own. And as a resale, I sell it for a little less money and such. But it's, you know what it's really about? It's trying to get to the right people. I want to get to the PTAs. I want to get to the students. I want to get to the career counselors, guidance counselors, parents. There's so many people who are searching, people who have student debt because they went to college and had no clue what they wanted to do. Some drop out, some get degrees they don't use, and college is fine. But unfortunately, we all are not just rich and want to just get degrees. I mean, that's
Yeah.
fine for some people, but usually you're doing this for a purpose. And if you go and you're partying, or you're going and you have no clue, you're wasting valuable time and money. And who does know at the age of 18? And if you do know, okay, what are all the choices that you have? There's so many options, and people don't exercise them. So I have a
Yeah.
lot of resources and information on that as well.
Wow, that's great. That's awesome. And
Thank you.
well, thank you for sharing your story with us. And again, what was the tell us to our listeners, what's the best way to contact you?
Sure. My email is lisa@gocareercompass.com. My phone number is 631-839-6226. I have two websites. My company website is www.gocareercompass.com. And my book website is www.discoveryourownpath.com. Very proud of it. It's just launched, newly launched. So
Well, thank you,
excited.
Lisa. Thank you. And I just want to say really thank you for thank you for always supporting us and being there for the day one. And you've been a great. And I just want to say I can't wait to see the book and read the book and tell all my friends about it. So thank you so much. And if you like if you'd like to become a member of Winning on Wednesday, please simply go to our website, www.winningonwednesday.com, and click on the first time guest. And we hope to see you there. So thank you so much. And thank you again, Lisa. Thank you. All the
Thanks so much,
best.
Juan. Really appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you.
It was a
Almost
pleasure.
done.